Most people don't realize this, but one of the healthiest foods you can put on your plate is something many of us ignore, and some of us even throw away before it has a chance to help our bodies. I'm talking about sardines, tiny fish with big benefits. But here's the surprising part. Even though sardines are packed with nutrients for the heart, the brain, and especially the bones, many people eat them the wrong way. In today's video, we're going to walk through the most common mistakes people make when eating sardines and how simple changes can help you get every bit of nutrition they offer. Sardines are naturally low in mercury, rich in protein, full of omega-3 fats, and loaded with calcium and vitamins. For older adults especially, they can be one of the most powerful foods to support strong bones and a healthy heart. But only if you handle them the right way. So let's take it slow, break everything down step by step, and make sardines work for you, not against you. Mistake number 10, throwing away the bones. This is one of the biggest misunderstandings about sardines. Many people see bones and instantly think they should remove them. And with larger fish, that's true. Bones can be sharp, uncomfortable, and even dangerous. But sardines are different. Because of the way they're preserved, their bones are soft, safe to chew, and often so tender you barely notice them. But here's the real secret. Those little bones are one of the best natural sources of calcium you can eat. Just one serving of sardines provides over a third of your daily calcium needs, something incredibly important as we age. And here's what makes sardines even more special. They don't just give you calcium, they also give you vitamin D, the vitamin that helps your body actually absorb that calcium. This combination supports strong bones, healthy teeth, better muscle function, and helps protect against osteoporosis. When you throw away the bones, you throw away the most valuable part of the fish. And if you're worried about the texture, don't be. Most people who eat sardines regularly can't tell where the meat ends and the bones begin. They're that soft. The canning process gently pressure cooks the fish, making the bones nearly melt into the meat. Some brands sell sardines with the bones removed. But here's the thing. They usually cost more, and the fish tends to break apart during the deboning process. So you end up paying more for less nutrition and worse texture. Keeping the bones gives you more value, more flavor, and far more health benefits. So, the next time you open a can of sardines, remember this simple rule. Don't throw away the bones. They're safe, they're soft, and they're one of the most powerful sources of calcium you can get from any food. In the next section, we'll look at another common mistake, one that happens before you even open the can, and it can make a huge difference in both taste and nutrition. Let's move on to mistake number 9. Mistake number 9, choosing water-packed sardines instead of oil-packed. Many people pick sardines packed in water because they believe it's the healthier option. Fewer calories, lighter taste, it sounds like the right choice. But surprisingly, water-packed sardines often lose both flavor and nutrition. Sardines naturally contain healthy fats, especially omega-3 fatty acids. These fats help lower inflammation, support heart health, and protect the brain. But when sardines sit in water, the natural oils inside the fish start to break down. Water can't protect the fish the way oil does. Over time, sardines packed in water often become bland, dry, or even slightly metallic. Oil works like a natural shield. It keeps the fish moist, protects the delicate omega-3s, and locks in the flavor. Some people even say that sardines packed in olive oil taste better the longer they sit in the can. The oil helps the fish stay rich, smooth, and satisfying. And yes, sardines in oil have more calories, but they come from good, healthy fats your body needs, especially as you get older. So the simple advice here is, if you want better flavor and better nutrition, choose quality oil-packed sardines instead of water-packed ones. Mistake number 8, letting an opened can of sardines sit around too long. This is a very common habit. Maybe you only want half the can, so you leave the rest for later. But once a can is opened, the clock starts ticking. When sardines are exposed to air, the oils inside begin to oxidize. Oxidation changes the taste, and more importantly, it breaks down the valuable omega-3 fats. That means the longer the sardines sit, the fewer nutrients they contain, and the worse they taste. Sardines packed in water spoil the fastest, usually within 24 hours. Sardines packed in oil last 2 to 3 days in the refrigerator. Sardines packed in tomato sauce may last up to 4 days, but after 1 week, regardless of the type, they are no longer safe to eat. Another mistake is leaving the sardines in the open can. The metal reacts with the air and can give the fish a strange metallic taste. That's why food safety experts recommend moving sardines into a clean glass or plastic container with a tight lid right away. Only open what you plan to eat within a couple of days, and always transfer leftovers to a proper airtight container. It's a small habit, but it keeps your sardines safe, fresh, and full of nutrition. Mistake number 7. Ignoring expiration dates and proper storage. Many people believe canned food lasts forever, and while sardines do last a long time, they're not indestructible. Heat, sunlight, and moisture can slowly damage both the can and the fish inside. If you store sardines near a hot stove, or in a sunny window, or in a damp pantry, the natural oils inside the fish begin to break down. The flavor can turn sour, the nutrients can fade, and in some cases, bacteria may grow if the can becomes damaged. Here's something many people don't know. Sardines packed in tomato sauce or other acidic liquids break down faster than sardines packed in oil. So if you buy several varieties, use the acidic ones first. Save the Ori-packed cans for longer storage. Always look for bulges, rust, dents along the seams, or leaks. If anything looks suspicious, it's safer to throw it out. Remember, sardines are one of the most affordable, nutritious foods available, but your health is far more important than saving a single can. With just a little care, choosing the right type, storing them properly, and handling them safely, you can keep sardines fresh, delicious, and full of the nutrients your body needs. In the next part, we'll look at another mistake many people don't even realize they're making, one that leads to boredom, wasted flavor, and missed nutrition. Let's continue with mistake number 6. Mistake number 6, only eating sardines straight from the can. One of the best things about sardines is how convenient they are. Open the tin, and they're ready to eat. But if you always eat them plain, you may get bored quickly. And that's a shame, because sardines are actually incredibly versatile. Think of sardines not just as something you eat directly from the can, but as an ingredient you can add to many simple meals. Here are a few soft, gentle options that many older adults find enjoyable. Mash sardines with a little yogurt, avocado, or olive oil to make a creamy spread. Place them on warm toast with sliced tomatoes or a sprinkle of herbs. Stir them into pasta sauce just before serving for extra flavor and omega-3s. Add them to a stir-fry at the very end so they stay intact and tender. Mix them into scrambled eggs or a soft omelet for a nutritious breakfast. When you pair sardines with vegetables, whole grains, or healthy fats, your body absorbs more nutrients. For example, vitamin C from tomatoes or peppers can help increase iron absorption, and healthy fats help your body make better use of omega-3s. Now, very tender and respectful. So yes, eating sardines straight from the can is fine, but don't limit yourself. A little creativity can make sardines delicious, nourishing, and exciting again. Mistake number 5. Assuming all sardines taste the same. This is a very common misunderstanding. But just like coffee, wine, or cheese, sardines can taste completely different depending on where they come from, how they're prepared, and what they're packed in. Sardines from cold waters, like those from Norway, tend to have a firmer texture and a cleaner taste. Sardines from warmer waters can be softer and richer, and even the season matters. Fish caught in the spring have a lighter flavor. Fish caught later in the year may be fattier and more flavorful. The liquid inside the can changes everything. Olive oil brings a deep, smooth flavor. Tomato sauce adds a bright, slightly tangy taste. Mustard gives a sharp, zesty kick. Water, as we learned earlier, tends to give the mildest, sometimes driest result. Spanish and Portuguese sardines, packed in high-quality olive oil, often become even more flavorful as they sit and absorb the oil. Some brands smoke their sardines for a savory, rich taste. Others use chili oil, herbs, or spices. If you didn't enjoy one can, don't give up. It might simply be the wrong style for your taste. Sardines are not one size fits all. Explore different origins, different brands, and different packing liquids. There is an entire world of flavors waiting inside those little tins. Mistake number 4. Pairing sardines with the wrong flavors. Sardines have a naturally rich, savory taste. To balance that richness, they need the right partners on the plate. One of the biggest mistakes is combining sardines with heavy or creamy foods. Cream, butter, or sweet sauces can make the dish feel too rich, overwhelming your palate. Sardines taste best when paired with bright, fresh, or tangy ingredients. These help lift the flavor and make each bite more balanced. Good pairings include lemon juice, vinegar, tomatoes, capers, onions, pickled vegetables, parsley, dill, or cilantro. These ingredients don't cover up the sardine taste. They sharpen it, making the whole dish more enjoyable. If you want to enjoy sardines fully, avoid pairing them with heavy cheese sauces, sugary glazes, sweet fruit-based toppings. Thick creams. These combinations often compete with the natural salty richness of the fish. When you choose the right flavors, sardines transform from a simple canned fish into something fresh, vibrant, and surprisingly delicious. In the next section, we'll look at a mistake many people make without realizing it, something that washes away months of preserved flavor and nutrition in just a few seconds. Let's continue with mistake number 3. Mistake number 3, rinsing sardines before eating them. This one surprises many people. A lot of folks rinse sardines underwater, hoping to reduce the salt, the oil, or the fishy smell. But rinsing actually removes far more than you realize. When sardines are packed in oil, brine, or tomato sauce, those liquids are not just there for convenience. Over time, the fish and the liquid exchange flavor and nutrients. Omega-3 fats, fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin D and vitamin E, and natural juices from the fish all move into the oil or sauce. So when you rinse sardines, you wash away a large portion of the flavor, the natural oils, and many of the nutrients that took months to develop inside the can. You're left with a drier, less tasty, and less nutritious fish. And if you're rinsing because of the salt, unfortunately, it doesn't help much. Most of the sodium is inside the fish, not on the surface. A quick rinse won't remove it. Instead of rinsing, choose low-sodium sardines, sardines in olive oil, or simply adjust the salt in the rest of your meal. This way, you keep the nutrition and the flavor intact. Think of rinsing as undoing months of carefully preserved nutrition in just a few seconds. It's better to enjoy the fish and its natural juices as they are. Mistake number 2, assuming sardines are too fishy. Many people stay away from sardines because they believe the flavor is too strong. But good sardines shouldn't taste unpleasant. They should taste clean, savory, and lightly briny, like a gentle ocean breeze. If sardines taste overly fishy, it's usually because they weren't stored properly, they're past their best date, or they're being paired with the wrong ingredients. To brighten the flavor, try adding fresh lemon juice, a splash of vinegar, or a spoonful of tomato sauce. Fresh herbs like parsley, cilantro, or dill also help balance the richness of the fish. Sardines packed in high-quality olive oil or tomato sauce often taste milder and cleaner than cheaper varieties. If the first brand you tried didn't impress you, don't give up. Try a different one. And here's something interesting. If you're not used to fish, sardines may taste strong at first. But over time, your taste buds adjust and begin to appreciate the subtle sweetness and depth of flavor. So instead of avoiding sardines because of fishiness, experiment with different brands and pairing ingredients. You may discover a flavor you truly enjoy. Mistake number 1. Throwing away the oil inside the can. This is the most common and the most costly mistake people make. Many folks drain the oil and pour it down the sink, but that golden liquid is far from waste. When sardines sit in oil, a slow exchange takes place. The fish releases natural juices, omega-3 fats, and fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin D and vitamin E into the oil. At the same time, the oil keeps the fish moist and protected. From a cooking perspective, the oil is a gift. You can use it to drizzle over salads, sauté vegetables, enrich soups or stews, mix into pasta, or simply dip fresh bread into it. The longer sardines sit, the more flavorful the oil becomes. And if you store the leftovers properly in the refrigerator, that oil develops an even deeper, richer taste over the next day or two. Instead of treating it like waste, think of sardine oil as a secret ingredient, full of nutrients, full of flavor, and too valuable to throw away. Now that we've covered the top 10 mistakes people make with sardines, let's move on to the final section. Sardines truly are one of the most underrated superfoods. They're affordable, easy to store, and packed with nutrients that support your heart, your brain, your bones, and your overall well-being. But like any good thing, the benefits only shine when you use it the right way. Now you know how to avoid the common mistakes, from choosing the right type, to storing them safely, to enjoying every bit of nutrition they offer. With just a few simple changes, sardines can become a powerful and delicious part of your daily routine. If you found this video helpful, feel free to give it a like. It truly helps the channel grow. And if you enjoy clear, simple tips for healthy eating, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Do you have a favorite way to enjoy sardines? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your ideas. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. Take good care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next video.